back to practice, get guys back out on the field. Are they pretty rusty, or is it coming back sort of naturally for them?
Oh, it's always rusty when they come back. Because if you don't play football, it's different than lifting weights, conditioning, all that kind of stuff. So guys to get pad level and play football, that's a whole different thing. It always takes a little bit of time.
Johnny, Evan, how are they doing?
They're doing well. They're doing well. I mean, they're guys who've played now. They've played a couple of years. They're not freshmen or sophomores anymore. They're going into their junior year. So we expect those guys to know more and do more, and they're more confident, and they're playing faster, and they're doing some really good things.
And is Cole one of those guys that is he sort of looking up to them, or is he able to sort of move out onto his own and take
Well,
his
I mean,
own
he's
stuff?
another guy that knows what he's doing, and Cole's probably the smartest of all those guys from a football standpoint. He's also has two college degrees after 3 years with a 3.8 GPA, so he's a pretty sharp guy. But it's good to finally have some guys with some experience, because the last 2 years we've just had young guys, freshmen, redshirt freshmen, second-year sophomores throwing out there. So because we didn't have any older guys, so it's nice to have some older guys with some more experience and more confident in what they're doing.
And is that making your blood pressure, settle a little bit more than maybe years past, knowing that you have some guys with experience?
No. It just practice goes smoother because you don't have guys making every third play an assignment error and turn the linebacker loose, or turning the safety loose or something in the running game. So it probably does create a little less hair loss, a little bit less, but overall it's trying to get these guys better. So.
And where is Farrow at this point? I know he's probably not running routes or anything, but what is his progress?
He's still involved in the rehab process, and it's a long process. So.
And what is it like having him back from sort of a morale standpoint?
It's great to have him back and have him around, and get him around the guys. That's a big thing, just to be around the players, because whenever you're hurt, you always feel like you're isolated. You're not one of the guys. You're not part of it, and it's a very emotional thing for a lot of players. A lot of guys that went through. Braylon Addison went through last year. I mean, it's a tough thing. It's hard, especially when you've played and now you're out. So, I think he's going through that. It's part of maturity, like a lot of guys have. It's sad. It's really sad, but a lot of guys have to go through that.
And what can a player learn? Because they see things differently from the sideline when they're injured, because guys like Tyler Johnstone took on more of a coach's role, like a assistant coach's role when he was injured last year. What can a guy like Farrow learn from being on the sideline, seeing it from a different vantage point?
Well, they can always learn, in regards to some of those guys think they know a lot. There's a lot more they could still learn. So they can learn, but they can also help some of the younger guys with some of the basic things. But I think a guy like Farrow can learn, more of the techniques, the fundamentals, the details, the little things to help themselves get better rather than just their assignments. So that's where guys really go from playing really good to playing great, when they know what to do, but now they know how to do it, and that's a process in itself.
And have you seen Farrow have any sort of light bulb in that case? Is he sort of seen, I see that now, or little things, different things that maybe he might not notice if he were out on the field practicing?
Well, I saw a little more of it last year, during the season, kind of realized, okay, there's some things I got to get better at here, and I just saw him mature tremendously last season, academically in the spring a year ago to last season academically to things he did on the field. So he made a lot of progress.